TikTok ban measure signed by Biden.
Oh, yep.
TikTok users could soon find that the popular social media service is either under new ownership or, although it wouldn't happen immediately, outright banned in the United States. The Senate late Tuesday passed a broad legislative package that delivers $95 billion in foreign aid to Ukraine, Israel, and other U.S. allies. The bill, which had already been approved in the House, also includes a provision that could lead to a ban on TikTok in the U.S. if the popular platform's owner doesn't sell its stake within a year. That being said, so basically they package this in with the aid
bill.
package to Israel and to Ukraine.
Yep.
Means that if they want to do that, they have to accept it. Basically, I don't want to read the whole thing, but TikTok says it's unfortunate that lawmakers are using the cover of important foreign and humanitarian assistance to once again jam through a ban bill that would trample the free speech of 170 million Americans. So basically, TikTok has 9 months to arrange a sale, with the potential for an additional 3-month grace period, according to a copy of the bill released.
Right.
And ByteDance, it's just a company based in China, owns TikTok right now.
Yeah.
And basically, America's saying you got to sell it, otherwise we're going to ban it straight up in the U.S.
Yeah. We mentioned it in like another episode. I was like, I don't think TikTok is gonna get banned in the U.S., but I guess it went through.
So basically, like, 'cause, in the States, you have Congress, right? It has the House of Representatives and it has the Senate. It has to pass both of those to get onto the president's desk. The president has already said that he will sign it if it gets that far.
Yeah.
So by packaging this TikTok ban part into the humanitarian aid package, basically you have to take all of it or take none of it. That's basically how it is when people in Congress. Yeah. And they obviously want the aid package to go through, so they're just biting the bullet and passing through the TikTok ban thing. Me personally, I think it's kind of screwed up to package it in with humanitarian aid.
Yeah.
It's really it's a really dirty political thing to do.
Because you're forcing someone's hand.
Yeah, you basically it's like, well, we're not going to give any aid unless you sign this TikTok ban. Like, that's basically where they sit when they make this, which I think is completely morally wrong. Right. Because you shouldn't be able to measure human lives in Israel or wherever,
social media,
Ukraine or whatever. Humanitarian aid is humanitarian aid. You have your social issues like TikTok and all that stuff on another page, because they knew that it would never get passed through both parts of Congress without doing this.
Right. I'll be honest, like even with like a $95 billion the aid package, I didn't think that was gonna go through. Just I was reading like news articles about it, and I was like, it seemed very like far fetched for it to get, I guess, signed or whatever. Right. But it went through. So I mean, what do I know about politics, guys?
I mean, there's still it still remains to be seen like what's gonna happen with TikTok. There's a lot of moving parts there, and I think another big reason why it could be a really, really, really detrimental part of the re-election that's coming up soon, because I don't know how, no one knows ever how Trump's going to act, because he's on the Republican ticket right now.
Oh yeah.
So we don't know what he's going to say or do about this, because it's going to be an immensely unpopular decision for young people. And young people's votes are really important for getting elected. So whether it actually happens, it remains to be seen, I think.
Okay. So you're saying there's still a chance that it might not get banned?
I do, but I think, in my personal opinion, I think that there is a big possibility that it also will. Okay. Because I don't want to get all, conspiracy theorizing or whatever, but if the American government decides that they want something, okay, they want to do something that might infringe, as TikTok is saying, on your First Amendment rights, right?
Right.
Freedom of expression and all that. The Patriot Act that happened after 9/11 was basically the American government can spy on you, can collect all your information, right? Your internet, whatever you do on the internet, like all that stuff. Before that, it would be considered illegal, overstepping the line. But if the American government thinks national security, for whatever reason, is in danger, they will do it, and no one has the power to stop them. It's just the way it works. Right. If you put it's a threat to national security, you're giving personal information for 170 million Americans to a foreign country that is not necessarily on our side right now, like that sort of thing, right?
Right. Yeah, like you can
the government can be like, well, look, it's national security, so deal with it. They could do that.
Yeah.
They did it before with the Patriot Act. So if they really, 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 really wanted to do it, they could, and there's nothing anybody could do to stop it.
Yeah.
It does say that ByteDance is probably not going to sell the algorithms that determine what videos pop up on your screen because that's something that TikTok has mastered.
Yeah.
They're really good at it. So they think that even if they do sell the IP of TikTok, they're not going to sell the algorithm that made it successful. So it really remains to be seen what happens.
Right.
But I think if the American government really, really, really thinks that, or even if they don't think, if they really push the narrative that it's national security on the line,
Right.
they absolutely will ban it. Massively unpopular, I think it will be. I
yeah.
personally don't do TikTok, so I could care less if they do it or not.
Yeah, honestly, I don't
but like
care
I'm like
either.
whatever. Like everyone, it's been in the news constantly. I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't care if it gets banned because I don't do it.
Yeah.
And I think some people are a little bit too obsessed with it. And I've met a lot of TikTokers that are immensely annoying. And me being petty, I'd be like, look, listen. I mean, what do you want
Pizza
from me?
sauce.
Yeah, like these people. You know what I mean? So like a lot of TikTokers annoy me. So I just kind of want to stick it to them in that sense. But also I understand that. You should be able to do what you want with your phone, and I don't know. I just don't really care.
I mean, it remains to be seen how it's going to play out. So I guess we'll see in the upcoming months how it goes.
TikTok really blew up, though. You know what? Because in 2016 or 17, somewhere around there, I got hired, but when TikTok first came out, to do the TikTok testing in South Korea.
Oh, really?
So TikTok basically came up to me, or a representative from TikTok contacted me, and they were like, "Oh, we'll give you this amount of money." To do 10 TikTok videos on this new like experimental platform that we're making, which was TikTok, right? And they're like, okay. I was like, damn, all right, that sounds easy. Yeah, no, it wasn't easy at all. Back then, the way that it was set up was really hard to maneuver.
Yeah.
And basically, I think I made like 1 or 2 videos, and I had to complete all 10 to get paid.
Right.
And after 1 or 2, I called the guy and I was like,
you don't have to pay me.
I was like, you know what? This is not for me. Y'all can, I'm not interested in doing this. So y'all can keep your money. I'll just delete everything off my phone. Like, I don't want anything to do with this. Like, it's just not for me. It's not that I'm an old boomer. Like, I just don't like this
TikTok,
particular type of, content for me. I didn't like it back then. I don't like it now. So, you know what I mean? So I'm just like, whatever. But yeah.
But nowadays, like the younger generation, like TikTok is like their main, like it's like Facebook. What Facebook was for us.
Yeah,
like,
it's the MySpace of this generation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Listen, we spent the whole episode talking about old ass anime. So, like, are you surprised at this point? I mean, let's be honest.
I mean, like we said, we'll just see how it unravels. Maybe we'll talk about it once everything gets finalized.
If it does get banned, then hopefully it's sold and American people can still use it. If not, well, I'm sure there'll be some copy that comes out.
Yeah.
Oh, well, sure. Elon Musk did bring up that he wanted to bring back Vine. I don't know if you know what that is.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
so he thought he's talking about we should bring back Vine. Vine was basically TikTok, just shorter.
Yeah.
And there's some quality content on Vine back in the day.
Oh, yeah. There's some
sitting on the toilet. You remember that?
Yeah, there's some funny shit on Vine, yeah.
I just seen a rainbow. That shit beautiful than a motherfucker. Anyway.
My baby mama at the end of that shit.